Hello everyone, and welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm Adrian, and today we're unpacking the royal world's latest act in what feels like an ongoing imitation game. Prince William's image has undergone yet another transformation, one that's left even royal watchers shaking their heads. Because when the heir starts mirroring the spare, you know something's not right. And it's not just about one tearful video or one copied initiative. This is about a pattern that's been building for years, a calculated strategy that reveals more about the palace's insecurity than it does about genuine leadership. Recently, Prince William has been all over the headlines, not for his work, not for new ideas, but for a moment that looks suspiciously familiar. His World Mental Health Day video showed a visibly emotional William, eyes glistening, voice cracking, an image the press described as a rare display of vulnerability. But the timing, that's what raised eyebrows. Just 2 weeks earlier, Prince Harry was filmed holding back tears at a memorial in Kyiv. His quiet, heartfelt moment went viral across the world, a deeply human reaction to tragedy. And suddenly, weeks later, William is tearful on camera too. For many observers, it didn't look like coincidence. It looked like choreography. It looked like someone in a palace office said, "Harry's getting good press for being emotional. We need William to do that too." But vulnerability isn't a marketing tool. Real emotion comes from lived experience, from genuine connection to the moment. As cultural analyst Glo Lee put it perfectly, the heir that follows the spare. Because let's be honest, this pattern isn't new. Every time the Sussexes make a move, the Waleses seem to follow suit. When Harry and Meghan launched the Archewell Parents Network to tackle online harms, suddenly the Royal Foundation unveiled its own suicide prevention network. When Meghan spoke passionately about digital well-being, Kate Middleton suddenly announced her own campaign on online safety years later, and suspiciously similar in tone. When the Sussexes championed environmental causes, William rebranded himself as an eco-warrior with the Earthshot Prize. The timing was interesting, to say the least. It's as though every Sussex success becomes a blueprint for Kensington Palace's next PR stunt. But the problem is, imitation can never replace authenticity. You can copy the words, the causes, even the tears, but you can't copy the heart behind them. Let's not forget Harry and Meghan are completely financially independent. No taxpayer funding, no palace infrastructure, no government safety net. They built Archewell from the ground up. They fund their own security, their own staff, their own charitable work. And yet it's the royals, the ones publicly financed and privileged, with centuries of wealth and institutional support, who keep copying the very couple they pushed out. The Sussexes earned their influence. The Waleses are trying to manufacture it. William and Kate have the entire British establishment behind them, the best PR teams money can buy, connections to every major media outlet, and the built-in platform of the Crown. And still, they're looking across the Atlantic for inspiration. When media attention starts fading or criticism heats up, out come the cameras, the tears, and the rehearsed empathy. Harry's memoir Spare revealed William's temper, even claiming he physically attacked his brother during a heated argument, shoving him to the floor. That's the same man now positioning himself as the face of calm, controlled empathy. And when Meghan bravely opened up to Oprah about her suicidal thoughts, a conversation that reshaped the global dialogue on mental health, where was William's compassion then? He told reporters, "We are very much not a racist family." That was his response to his sister-in-law's cry for help. When the founder of the charity Sane used the Daily Mail to call Meghan self-obsessed, Kensington Palace stayed silent. When Jeremy Clarkson published his disgusting fantasy about Meghan being paraded naked through the streets, William said nothing. Yet 2 years later, he happily filmed a segment for Clarkson's TV show. So much for advocacy. That's what critics mean by performative empathy. William's emotional displays are carefully staged, rehearsed, lit, and timed. But empathy can't be rehearsed. And while William's PR team has worked overtime to craft this image of vulnerability, the same can't be said for Kate. Once portrayed as the monarchy's golden girl, her relevance is fading fast. William's image has evolved, hers hasn't. Her speeches are safe, vague, and forgettable. The early years are important. These aren't bold statements. Even palace-friendly media can't seem to find depth in her causes. They call her quietly rebelling. But rebelling against what? Silence isn't leadership. It's avoidance. Even her style choices hint at imitation. Her former stylist, Natasha Archer, reportedly followed several of Meghan's close friends and fashion contacts. Coincidence, or just more inspiration from across the Atlantic? But fashion is only the surface. Meghan's real influence comes from her presence, her ability to communicate clearly, confidently, and with purpose. When Meghan speaks, whether about gender equality or mental health, she speaks from personal experience. She names problems. She offers solutions. Kate, on the other hand, often feels scripted, polished, yes, but detached. And as Meghan continues to champion real causes, testifying before Congress, speaking at the United Nations, Kate remains behind the palace walls, insulated and distant from the global conversations her sister-in-law helped start. The contrast couldn't be sharper. One woman is shaping the conversation. The other is struggling to join it. Then there's the issue of race, a topic the palace has never addressed directly. Though no royal has been confirmed as the source of those comments about Archie's skin tone, Kate's name did appear incorrectly translated in the Dutch edition of. Still, the discussion reopened uncomfortable questions about royal attitudes toward race, especially after that disastrous Caribbean tour in 2022, which many described as colonial and tone-deaf. Kate has yet to visit an African nation. For someone supposedly redefining the modern monarchy, that absence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Meghan used her platform to spotlight African entrepreneurs and advocate for vaccine equity across the global south. In the end, William and Kate's problem isn't image, it's authenticity. Because what Harry and Meghan have isn't something you can borrow. It's authenticity. It's lived experience. It's the willingness to risk everything to live according to your values. You can't copy compassion, you can't rehearse sincerity, and you definitely can't outshine the people you tried to silence by mimicking them. For all the PR planning, for all the tears and glossy speeches, the heirs remain trapped in the shadow of the spare, still chasing a truth that Harry and Meghan have already lived. Thanks for watching Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm Adrian. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts below. See you in the next one.